Our next guest is our downtown San Diego correspondent, and as we like to say, the life of the party. Please welcome back to the show real estate expert, Nicole Hazleton.
There she is.
What's up, Nicole? Some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, right? You have to be the life of the party now, so you got to get going. Well, it's downtown.
It is downtown.
It is downtown, so you got to know that's an association people make, right?
It's pretty vibrant.
Party town.
Yeah, yeah.
Today we want to talk about investing in downtown.
Okay.
So I know there's some safer versus some riskier investments down there. I also like to talk about home sellers and how they can compete with some of the new construction that's coming on board. So how about safest? What's a safe investment, in downtown?
Well, when you're investing in condos versus single-family homes, I think there's, the obvious things to look for, like making sure that the Homeowners Association is well-funded, that you have a strong reserve account to cover maintenance and repairs on the building, and that there's a lot of homeowners within that community. So it's a larger complex to kind of share that load, so your HOA fees remain low and affordable.
Yeah, because those can change.
Right. Yeah, they can always fluctuate.
And if it's not well-funded, is that something you should then shy away from, or does that just make it more risky?
It just makes it a little bit more risky, and you just need to know what you're getting into, making sure that you're reading the Homeowners Association minutes, because there can be things in there, maybe there's an assessment down the road that you'll have to prepare for, so just knowing what you're getting into can help you make a safer investment.
I see. So like they'll say in those minutes, like, hey, we're planning on recarpeting the whole building in January of 2017. That's going to add to the cost and therefore add to the HOA fees that year, right?
Right, or making sure that can be covered within the budget that's already existing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's great advice.
Yeah, and just even if you're financing conventionally because you're an investor or financer, but knowing what the financing terms are within the community, so if it's FHA approved, if it's VA approved, if there's inventory within that building later for sale, there's not going to be a stagnation of inventory based on the financing type. It's not going to limit the type of buyer that can purchase within that type of community. So within the HOA documentation too, just realizing what the rules and restrictions are, knowing what the minimum rental length terms required are.
That's a big one.
It's huge, because if you're purchasing as a residential rental and you're renting for 6 months to 12 months, that's fine. But if you want to do some type of vacation rentals, that's a little bit more challenging downtown with all the rules and restrictions.
Plus, I remember the guy from the Mark who got fined $100,000+ for using his condo as a vacation rental.
Right.
And he just sort of ignored the HOA. Can't do that.
Right, because the homeowners associations are more savvy now. They're online, they're looking at Airbnb, they're looking at VRBO, and if you have your unit listed on there, they will find you.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, how they found the owner at the Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
So, and knowing if the building is in litigation or not, I mean, that doesn't necessarily make you shy away from making an investment there. It doesn't mean that it's risky. In fact, sometimes if you have the purchasing power to pay 25% down to buy in a building with litigation, once the litigation has been settled, the building will have a spike in appreciation. So you can actually have an upswing of value if you purchase within that litigation time frame. So knowing that too.
It's called litigation speculation, right? There's guys out there who do that just on purpose.
Right.
They look for buildings that are in litigation.
Right.
Deals. They say they're like, it's a sale, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy in there.
Well, and you look at communities like the Renaissance in the Marina District, for instance, a couple of years ago when they resolved their litigation, their HOA fees went down because their HOA was so well funded.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing. So, is there any building that you would say is a safe building to buy in downtown, or a risky building to buy in downtown?
I would say as a safe investment, if you're financing your first investment, if you're a first-time investor and you're financing your first investment property, something to keep your conventional loan limits under 417, you're going to be looking under $550,000, which is well within the median price point downtown. If you're looking at 2 bedrooms within that price point, because 2 bedrooms will rent for a higher price, you're narrowing down to about 100 active units on the market. If you're looking at 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and you're narrowing down to 25 units on the market. But as far as like a community that has amenities, pool, spa, fitness center, things that look appealing to a tenant, that are in a great location like Little Italy, that are VA, FHA approved, and conventionally financed, not in litigation anymore, would be Aqua Vista. That's one that kind of sticks out to me in Little Italy. It's at 425 West Beach, and I think there's 300 and some odd units, almost 400 units. So there's a lot of homeowners. The HOA fees are, in the mid 4s, and you can get into a 2-bedroom in the low 400,000s.
Would you say that some of these newer, higher priced luxury high rises are the more risky investments for people, just because they are trying to set like a new price limit?
They are setting a new price limit, and luxury rentals are in their own category as far as the prices that they generate. So you will have a different tenant that rents that type of property. But yeah, you're putting all of your eggs in one basket by buying a property, let's say at Pacific Gate, that's starting at 1.4 million, and you're buying on proposed views, proposed orientation, proposed things that are going to be going on in the Homeowners Association and fees. So yeah, that's a little bit more risky.
Yeah, a little more risky.
Yeah.
So let's say you have a down payment, ready to invest. What would be a good entry-level investment for downtown?
Yeah, entry-level investment, there's a couple different buildings that come to mind, especially if you want to keep your HOA fees low. So Aqua Vista, like I mentioned, in Little Italy. There's La Vita in Little Italy as well that just came out of litigation, so you can finance in that building. In the Marina District, there's buildings like Columbia Place and Crown Point that also have entry-level units starting within that median price point of $450,000 for a 2-bedroom. So things like that are a great opportunity.
Metro.
Yeah.
Something
Or
like
Metro,
that. You
yeah,
get a little
East
1-bedroom
Village.
in Metro. You
Yeah,
can do a
of
little
course.
Metro action.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can get into
So
East
some
Village.
Like 300,000. You can get
Yeah.
yourself a little 1-bedroom in the Metro. I think that's a good idea, frankly. Because East Village, East Village is one of the few places where you have a lot going on, but you still have some lower price points like that. Park Terrace is another example.
Right.
The prices have gone up there, but not as much as some of the other places.
Right, and there's so much development happening downtown. I mean, the time to buy is definitely now, and the appreciation that we'll see over the next 10 years is probably going to be exponential.
Well, we've talked a lot about buying, so I have one more question for you about
Sure.
home sellers, because we know there's a lot of cranes in downtown, there's a lot going on, a lot being built. How do home sellers in downtown compete with all this new construction?
There is going to be some heavy competition once these buildings are constructed, and so especially in the luxury home market, just making sure their homes show like a model. And the National Association of Realtors, surveyed buyers, and 40% of them said they would buy new over used because they simply didn't want to deal with renovations.
Yeah.
25% said that they really enjoyed having the choice of what the finishes would be. So for a home seller, even if they don't have the capital to put into, renovations, there are companies out there like Agents Capital Group that will put the funds into the property, let them see that value appreciation, and then get paid at the close of escrow. So there are opportunities for home sellers to really make their homes shine within the new home market.
Without even having to put their
Right.
own money into it. Great resource, great
Right.
stuff from Nicole Hazleton.
Thanks.
She is our downtown real estate expert here in San Diego. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in downtown, you know who to call. Nicole Hazleton right here with Hazleton Associates. Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.